Hi there, and it's a bright spring morning in April, and my car's all packed ready for the Brick Festival. I've got one large box with all the large items inside, and the all-important space buggy is down there at the bottom. And I've got a smaller box with all these smaller items, and you can see all the Lego people inside. And then underneath that are all the other odds and ends like my cards, my card holders, and various display items. And then on the back seat I've got the minifig display stand, and next to that the giant upscaled box. So it's off to Woking Brick Festival.
This is Heart Dance from Global.
And a smart meter can help you track your energy use and costs over time.
It took me just under an hour to drive to Woking with the sounds of Heart Dance on the radio, and I got there about 8:30. When I arrived, there were already a lot of displayers and sellers setting up their tables, as we had access into the leisure centre from 7:30. I was given a little welcome pack with lots of goodies inside, including my lanyard to wear for the day, my 1x8 brick to add to my display, a title for my table, and various do not touch signs. My table was on the entrance side of the hall on the corner between two other displayers. Visitors actually arrived on the level above the show hall, and this is the view that they got before they came down the stairs to the entrance. And my table was there on the corner between some Lord of the Rings mosaics and a huge Lego mansion. Just before opening, I did catch my good friend and fellow YouTuber Ian's Bricks filming my display, and he was giving it a really great review. So this is a complete 360 view of the hall at 10 to 10, just 10 minutes before they opened the doors to all the visitors. Everyone was ready and were just doing last minute adjustments to their stalls and their displays. So it's 5 minutes to 10, the doors are just about to open, and this is what the display looks like before everyone comes in. I decided to put my buggy right down one end with its huge box behind it, then have the regular and micro buggy next to it. Then in front of them I had a 1x1 plate with its upscaled version and a 1x1 brick with its upscaled version, as I thought this would help explain to people what I had done, and I ended up referring to it quite a few times during the day when I saw various confused looking visitors. Then running the rest of the length of the table, I had my display of all the different sizes of blue spacemen, with my channel promo cards and my QR code in front of that. Then on the other front corner I had my display of spacemen and space baby colours. Then lastly, the table next to me just had two unmanned mosaics on them. So I asked the show organisers if it was okay for my 3D printed minifig Jez to sit next to my table so it wasn't squashed in, which they were fine with. Early bird tickets, which were slightly more expensive, came in at 10 AM. And this view was taken just before 11 AM when the regular ticket holders were about to join the early birds. Before I went to the show, I made this small trophy, and without mentioning it on my channel, I had decided to myself that the first person at the show to come and tell me that they watched my videos would get the trophy. And a great lad called Bradley was the first person to find me. I explained and gave him the award, but his mum told me that he got a little bit starstruck and went off to see some other displays. But his dad sent me this photo after the show and said, "Bradley was so excited to meet you and was very shy, which is not like him. Luckily, I got this photo of him and the trophy. I'm sure he will love to be on your channel." So Bradley, I really hope you're watching, and I'm so pleased that you got to have my little trophy for coming to see me. So this is Henry, and he's on this stall right next door to me, and he has built this amazing Lego mansion. Henry, how long did it take you to build, do you know?
About a year with brakes.
About a year with brakes, so it's amazing. He's got super cool sports cars up the front. He's done amazing detail inside, and it's his first Lego show, and he's got this amazing Lego mansion. So, hi to Henry, who's been sitting next to me all day long. So this stall is of my good friend Ian's Bricks, and he's had a good day. He had a lot more of this when we started, and it looks like he's sold quite a bit today. Ian's Bricks is very reasonable prices. If you're ever at a brick festival, look out his stall, because he does some great sets and his prices are always very good. So this is a set of monochrome cars by Mike Freeman, and apparently they're part of the organisers of the event. You can see here we've got a huge set of amazingly detailed brick built cars, and then we go from monochrome ones to more colourful ones. There's a great Hummer there, And then one of my favourites, Golf GTI. I'm an 80s guy at heart. So that's a cool car there. BMW, a Ferrari, Nissan, Porsche. Right down to a really cool light yellow Mazda MX-5. And this is another display, Star Wars Battle by Sam Osborne. And there is a huge amount of Star Wars sets here. You start at this end, you can see, and if you travel all the way down 2 tables worth, and they're all those guys are facing this way, and these guys are all pointing the other way. This is an absolutely massive diorama, Medieval Village by Rhys Wood. You can see it is base plates and base plates of detail. Right from there's a huge castle over this side. As you can see, it opens up and you've got even interior detail over here. There's some fantastic brick-built houses in a wonderful medieval style. There's a bit of a Tudor style building there. A really cool windmill over in the corner. And then just details everywhere, so much foliage and leaves and flowers. There's a whole field of sunflowers there. Little boat at the front here. And right in the middle we've got 2 jousting knights. This display is called Big Grey Bricks by Mike Freeman. He's upscaling too, although he's not upscaling using bricks, he's upscaling using 3D printed parts. So he's got each of the Lego models, and he's 3D printed the larger versions and put them all together. So he's got various Star Wars spaceships, cool Millennium Falcon in the middle, and then a Star Destroyer on the end. And then this display is called A Little Brickwork Farm. I've seen this before at another show, I think it's the Southampton one, but I really do like this. He's got a train, I guess he's got a light sensor or something inside it because it moves up and down. And then stops at this end, and then pauses and it goes back. Got some great detail in there. There's some nice cornfields, there's a little greenhouse. Lots of farm animals in the middle. Nice scene with a pond. We've got that really cool koi carp tile in the middle of the pond. And then there's a river along the front with this cool riverboat. Someone fishing, canoeist. There's some otters who've caught a fish on the riverbank. Really nice little brick-built stone bridge. And then behind he's got the huge Vestas wind turbine. Then here we've got a set of Doctor Who briquettes, and they've done so many different Doctor Who's and companions over the years, all the way along. Even a Weeping Angel.
Oh, you're going to go for that one? Cash.
And then on the second table further down in the show, we've got all the early years of Doctor Who. So these ones, obviously, because the show was in black and white in those days, they've made these in black, white and grey. And then more very cool Cyberman back there. Moving along, moving through the different years. There's Tom Baker. And a whole range of Doctor Who briquettes. So this is an absolutely epic Lego Friends City. It's called Emily's City by James and Emily. James is Emily's dad, and he's absolutely mammoth. You can see there's loads of Friends sets. We've got a beach down the front here with a boat, and we can walk through the city with various different cars. There's a very cool sports car in there. We've got the shopping mall in the middle, and then over to the airport at this side.
There you go.
We've got our Lego Friends Jet City at the Heart Lake City Airport. And then down the front corner, of course, got to have a roller coaster in your city. So this is Dave. He's got a pad printing store, as you can see up here. Custom pad printed Lego minifigures and bricks. And he's got these amazing parts, which have all been pad printed directly onto genuine Lego parts. And he does minifig heads, various different custom items. So you got these really cool doors with smashed windows. They're all amazingly, immaculately printed. Really cool idea. Not expensive, really reasonably priced as well. And I'll give him a bit of a plug. Have you got a website? Something
I
like that?
do. It's cultofcustoms.co.uk. Well, I think
So, there
it's
we
been
go.
buried, yeah.
cultofcustoms.co.uk. So you can buy these online. Amazing pad printed Lego, all genuine Lego parts. So the whole of this wall at the show is just sellers. The ones up this end are run by the people who run the show themselves. There's lots of seriously old sets at quite significant prices. So you can see the Death Star there for £1,200, the original Millennium Falcon there for £550. So none of these are new in set. They've been opened generally. Oh no, that was the sealed, but then that was the pre-owned. So that's the starter, so I've got that set myself. That's going for £950. And you can see loads of Star Wars sets running all the way down here. Then we get on to other sellers as we move down. People selling loads of other sets. Some old, some new. And then more sellers selling smaller sets, poly bags. People selling just Lego accessories. This is a great store. You can get a bag, pick your size bag, £4, £10 or £25, and then just fill it with whatever parts you like, which is a really cool idea. And then more people selling giant sets down this end. Well, so my wonderful subscribers to my channel there. And then more sets along here. And then we come full circle back to my little corner here, which I've had loads of people coming to visit me today. So if you came along, make sure you comment in the comments below and remind me of our conversation. I've had loads of people taking cards and scanning the QR code and commenting on how much they like the buggy, and loads of people saying they came just because they knew I was going to be here, so I'd let them know about the show and they thought they'd pop along and say hi. So thanks to all those people too. It's been a great show. We're into the last half hour now. There's very few people here. It's thinning out an awful lot. So it's now 4 minutes to 4. We've been here for 6 hours. There's not a single punter left. Officially, the place closed in 4 minutes' time, but everyone, as you can see, is busily packing down and getting ready to go home. It's been a great fun day. Thank you so much for everyone popping along to see me and say hi. It's been great fun, and I look forward to doing the next show in Southampton.